Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Today's battle is on the Berlin map, and we've got Kaboom for you from Fiddy Clan. He's in the Taschenratte, obviously the tier 11 German heavy tank. Turning out to be more of a blocking tank than a massive damaging tank, but that'll probably suit this map anyway, so let's see what happens. You can see that it's not the fastest tank. Kaboom's got it fitted with the experimental mobility device. It's been fully kitted out. He's also running the hardening and a gun rammer to increase the DPM. He's got his heat round loaded at the moment for the first encounter, and you can see that his secondary armament is ready for firing, so I just need some targets. Should have got spotted there. Oh, interesting, that didn't pop up. Alright, let's see, keeps pushing on. And he's got an imbattable with him. Oh, object 704. Alright. Fires his secondary armament and his main armament there, and picks up just under 600. And he should get another shot loaded in a second. And unfortunately it doesn't penetrate. Should have got a kill there, but unfortunately the 704 survives. And he comes around the corner. As you can see, his secondary armament takes a lot longer to reload than the main armament, so you can sort of get one of those for every 2 main armament shots. Alright, oh, nice side shot on the BZ 68. And BZ decides to come and face his enemy, which is fine. Does take a hit from the BZ and puts another shot in return. So trading reasonably well here. And he'll get another shot in. Gets his secondary armaments in and lands another shot. So doing well. That BZ been reduced quite a fair bit. Now he's got some targets in front of him, so he doesn't want to put too much of his side turret there, but does take another hit from, I think the Tiger Mouse penetrated there. Could have been the I-7 actually, but it's got to deal with these targets first. And he's just looking for that object 704. He's got it an outline, just the touch of the roof. Decides to fire anyway and gets the kill, so that's pretty handy. Alright, takes out a threat to his side. And it keeps pushing around here, face the T-30 maybe, no, the I-7 coming around the corner, so he's just got to be careful here, perhaps absorb one on his armour, which he does. Soaks it up on the tracks and bounces the Tiger Mouse. So you can see the blocking happening pretty much on par with his damage output. He'll try and get rid of the biggest threat here if he can. Takes more hits on his tracks. Goes for the can opener. Gets both his secondaries and his primary armament in. So continuing on with the damage trail, but now blocking is higher than his damage output. So 4.4k. And going to have to be careful to manage his repair kits, and it's probably a good idea to have a fully trained crew in repairs as well, just to improve that output there. Alright, so T-30 going to become a bit more brave, a bit hard to tell. He doesn't want to be halfway around the corner facing this I-7 and have the T-30 pile into him. Alright, arty ahead as well, just another threat. But Kaboom comes around here, we'll try and go for the I-7. Oh no, we've got another target there, T-803, also a prime target to get rid of. And his blocking game continues. Oh, there's the T-30. Pings him as he comes around the corner and takes a hit from Marty, but he bounces the incoming round from the T-30 and that brings up 6k of blocking. So I think this tank's going to be good for those blocking games, or missions I should say. And again, he's just baiting shots here. Gets rid of the 803, so that's handy. Didn't have his secondaries ready at that point, but that T-30 pops out right now. It'll probably be just ready for him. Kaboom decides to come around the corner. Gets rid, not quite, of the BZ, and he does take a big hit this time from the T-30 and also from the Arty, so getting whittled down a bit, but he still has 1145 hit points, so that's plenty to keep operating right now. He's going to come around here and monster the I7, who can only manage to get into his tracks. And just managing the corner here now that the T30 is gone. Goes after the I7, takes another hit from Artie, 261, not doing a lot of damage but being annoying. And this I7 is just running away, but because he can run fast but he can't outrun a shell. And he gets sent back to the garage. So that was a bit futile, but I suppose he had to try. Alright, so 7k of damage and just under 8k of blocking at this point, so a bit of competition there between the two metrics. That's going to be interesting to see at the end how that turns out. But battle-wise, we've been sort of ignoring that for the moment. Certainly there are 2 tanks up and there are a stack of damage up as well. And I can assume that Kaboom is on for a high caliber here with the amount of damage he's doing. And he's also got the highest number of kills, so I think at this point he's keen to get rid of that 261. And there is the 261, but he must be down, below the level. Can he get an outline? Oh, just missed the opportunities, but he's going to go under the bridge here. So, well, we know where that's coming out, so Kaboom changes direction, and he'll give him a shock when he comes out the other side. We'll try and do a shotgun, of course, but Kaboom will just line him up carefully. Bang! Sends him back to the garage. So 4 kills there to Kaboom. And again, look, his damage and output coming back into line again. Now, 3 tanks left. There's the Imbattable, a TNH, and a Leopard PTA. So what is Kaboom going to get access to? Now, they are across the map a bit. The Imbattable in the centre. TNH gets taken out. Surprising that Artie's having such an impact on this map. It's certain sections of it pretty much impenetrable to Artie, but nonetheless they're doing their job. And Kaboom going for a bit of a detour here, perhaps to get an angle on the Imbattable. Oh, okay, he has spotted him, and he puts a shot in and gets him with the secondaries, so nice work there. That was the major threat, although the PTA could be doing a bit of sniping, and it looks like it's possibly still got full health, so although he hasn't been spotted recently, that may not have been updated. So Kaboom putting some cap pressure on here. Finally he's got his damage total above his blocking. Will this tempt the PTA to come out and try and reset? Kaboom hasn't been spotted yet, so he's certainly not just in the vicinity, but just testing. Right, in fact there he's appeared. Okay, so I'm a little hit points, and he gets rid of him. So brings up his top gun and the win at the same time. Great result. Alright, I know we were joking about it, but he finally managed to get his damage total ahead of his blocking. 8.7k of damage and just under 8k of blocking. But that's earned him the good results. So Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, High Caliber Award for the most damage, Steel Wall, not surprisingly, and the Top Gun for the 6 kills. Let's go and have a look at the team scores. So 1.5k of base experience, great result there, 50% higher than the next player, and damage-wise more than double the next player. A couple of players getting over 3k, so the BlackRock and the Imbattable, all tier 11s, so not that surprising. But really much a carry there from Kaboom for you. On the enemy side, the Imbattable that he killed at the end did pretty well too, 7.5k. And the BZ doing 4.9. So the BZ-79 turning out to be quite a decent tank, it seems. But I haven't had a video on this channel about that yet. Alright, let's have a look at the financials. So, had personal reserves running, which was nice, and he's actually made a very tidy profit there of 44k. In any case, a great battle there in the Taschenratte. I think Kaboom using it definitely to its strengths. The armour is being an important part, letting you use your health right through the battle, and he certainly played that out right to the end. Thanks very much for the content, and if you're watching this and you got some value out of that, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, that's an option for you. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.